I'm just allergic to bullshit.
Yeah, we all are. Hello, everyone.
Good news is,
welcome.
Please tell me that was caught on live.
It was. When I say I'm going to start, I'm going to start. Welcome to Praetor's Rejects Twitch channel. This is I don't want to call it a special session or stream, if you will. It is basically a discussion leading up to our Halloween one-shot next week, starring these 5 players. One of them you can't see. He is on military assignment training deal and is joining us via voice in a hotel room. But these 5 will be reprising their original Dragon Heist characters for a spooky one-shot that we're doing next week. So basically, this particular stream will be just the characters or the players kind of discussing what their characters have been up to, leading up from where Xanathar confronted them outside of their tavern, leading up to now, and we'll kind of give a quick premise of the adventure for next week, and that'll be that. So, players, you can go ahead and introduce yourselves and take it away. I'll just be here to look ugly on camera. So,
I said we start off with the man, the myth, Osric Thornbottom.
All right, well, I don't have to worry about looking ugly on camera today. And I wanted to thank you, Bash, for staying on script as we discussed. I am, quote unquote, in a hotel room, when in actuality I'm coming to you live from an undisclosed location on strict confidential military orders.
I didn't say where you were.
Minneapolis, Minnesota.
Say that one's on you.
I'll go ahead and just drop the address in the group chat. My name is Huxley, and next week I will be bringing back the one, the only, Osric Thornbottom, one-time librarian, and one-time part owner and barkeep at the Unlucky Die Inn and Pub. I can't wait.
I can't either.
I am Loco, and I am bringing back the one, the only, the famous, infamous. Yeah.
Do the voice.
Do the voice.
I don't know.
To the roar.
Yeah, the ever-loved, what was his name?
Lionel Straitero.
Lionel Straitero. Yes, the voice is something like this. Last week, or was it 2 weeks ago, we understood a little bit about Lionel from another family member that is in the current group, which is quite unusual. But yes, Lionel Straitero will be coming back. The cleric Tabaxi.
Lionel, question. What kind of a day is it today?
It is a good day to die. Every day is a good day to die.
Oh, there we go. Awesome.
All right, clip it and ship it.
My life is complete.
Right?
Does
All
that
right.
mean that he's a death cleric?
Yes.
No, we have enough of those on the channel.
My name is Caleb. I'm currently playing Inquisitor Enoth Bertolt, but for the spooky game, I will be bringing back Genmer, the elven cleric of Torm. Was it not? Not Torm.
It was Torm.
It was Torm. Yeah.
Will you be bringing back the whips and chains, oh brother of Torm?
It's I don't know if that's a requisite at this point. Maybe I have to.
Might as well.
It
Be.
might not be a prerequisite, but it is canon.
It's canon. it's the commonly accepted canon.
It's what the fans wanted.
It is.
What gets the people going?
It's what the DM
yeah.
wanted.
When people complain that we're taking it too far, just remember that you asked for this.
To be fair, Duff started it, so I mean,
That's true.
Exactly.
it's his fault.
It really is.
He wanted to project on you, and he projected.
And you know what?
He did.
Listen. I've been thinking about this, Caleb, and you were such like a. Don't take this the wrong way. You were such a goody two shoes with Genmer until Duff dropped that bomb and changed your deity's primary tenet, and that just kind of spiraled out of control over time, and it affected the life of Torrent. When Torrent's like hating on orphans and talking about like hookers and needles in the mountain with the Durgar, like
Streets of LA.
It didn't take 10 minutes for us to
I was
already.
going to say, we've got to...
Yeah, we didn't have to bring that up.
Way too early.
Nobody had to bring that up.
Boy, I can't wait till next week.
Listen, our viewers know what we're about. All right, we're the rejects for a reason.
This is true.
Okay.
Specifically, this group.
At least I'm busy tonight, so maybe he's not watching.
You'll have
I
to
just
see.
wanted to. I really want to see what direction Genmare is taken in the later half of his life.
I really don't know. We'll have to see.
I can't wait. Just full on dominatrix.
Oh Jesus!
I don't think that
Thank
will
you,
be
sir.
the...
May I have another?
What is he submissive then? What is he?
Oh, boy.
Genmare, aka Daddy Dom. Anyway, next character.
Okay.
Excuse me.
My
Genmare.
name is Alex, and I played the very, very intellectual character known as Abdell,
Yeah.
who was brain dead for 4 sessions, unfortunately. Until he got a magical white wig that was later turned to be pinkish due to a stupid rogue, and ever since he wore that wig, he passed every intelligence saving throw against the intellect devourers. And that's pretty much all about him.
That rogue had nothing to do with the man. It was your skill.
Let's not forget about the Lamia.
We don't talk about the Lamia.
We don't talk about the Lamia.
It's like Fight Club.
Yes, yes, yes.
God, so many good memories.
All right, now I guess that leaves you, Sam.
That it does. Sammy, I play Greyax Oldak, the Oath of the Ancients, Red Dragonborn Paladin, who didn't know how to smite previously because it was his first D&D campaign, but now he knows how to smite. So you should see some good damages from Greyax upcoming one shot.
Some good smitage.
Ever since
Some good smitage.
Ever since his Xanathar fight, he's figured it out.
Oh yeah.
I never knew never knew Greyax's last name. That's pretty cool. What is that? Oldak? Greyax Oldak?
Oldak. Oldak.
Cool.
Oldak.
Grandpappy Spear.
All right.
Grandpappy Spear got ruined.
Yeah, and I am Jeff, or Kingbashman here in chat. I did not play in the Dragon Heist game. I watched. And but yeah, I'm running the Yawning Portal campaign, and I'll be running the Halloween one-shot next week, which is brought to you by one of our favorite sponsors, Total Party Kill Games. It's one of their adventures, which means it'll be fun and brightly colored and full of happiness, sunshine, and rainbows and shit. So,
Liar.
yes, and unicorns, glitter farting unicorns.
Hopefully, no intellect devourers.
Well, you know, remains to be seen. The module is called Bleak Harvest. I have ran it and played it before in person. And I think it was like two or 3 years ago, I got Mr. Brian Berg, the head person over at Total Party Kill Games, to sign it. And he's like, well, how do you want me to sign it? Do you like, what kind of message? But I said, man, just put a message in there for the people that are going to have to be playing through this. And he simply wrote, good luck, bitches. And then signed his name. And years later,
didn't happen.
Yeah, years later, it all comes full circle, and I can't wait.
That's great.
Yeah. Let's see. Where did we leave off at the end of Dragon Heist? For those that are familiar and or that are not familiar with the Dragon Heist adventure campaign, I'm not going to go through the entirety of it. But basically, the group completed the Dragon Heist campaign and ended on a bit of a cliffhanger. They were inside their tavern, the Unlucky Die, as they named it. And the campaign ended with a particular beholder outside the window looking in very angrily. This was none other than the one and only Xanathar, who doesn't really make an appearance very often, especially in the middle of town and, just broad public. But this time it was personal. So he just decided to pay them a little visit. A battle ensued. A good portion of the tavern was destroyed. The adventurers managed to, for the time being anyway, kind of quell the threat. Of course, other people in town, the town guard, things of that nature, kind of helped as well. Xanathar fled back into the shadows, leaving them, with a warning of, this isn't the last time we will meet. I will find you once more. And at that point in time, the party decided, at least until things cool off, Jeff, thanks for the resub. To not necessarily break up the party, but kind of venture out their own separate ways, because it's harder for a person to track down and eliminate, if you will, or whatever, each individual person if they're spread out versus a group in one location. And that is basically where now the players can tell what their characters have been up to since the Xanathar encounter.
Somebody should we start with Ben, since he has the limited time here?
Yeah, sure. Osric.
Yeah. So this timeline sort of differs from the Yawning Portal timeline. We're starting to get a little multiverse theory here. The Osric that you know in the Yawning Portal series is, well, they're basically Osric's situation is that he is afflicted with memory loss. And I will go ahead and preface all of this by saying, watch out for all our viewers. We are going to be discussing spoilers regarding the module Dragon Heist. So you are warned at this time. But Osric is afflicted with memory loss because he was carrying none other than the Stone of Galore in it. And there are certain characteristics of the stone that can give you memory loss if you mistreat it, basically. Or basically if you lose control of it, if it finds its way out of your grasp, then you have to survive this pretty hefty saving throw, or you forget about the stone and things regarding the stone. So that happened to Osric. And he's a pretty smart young man. He has a decent wisdom stat, really good intelligence. But first and foremost is his insatiable curiosity and his desire to know things. And this butts up against the fact that he failed to save. So he's left in this really odd position where he knows that the group did something, but he doesn't know what that something was. Something went right, but he doesn't remember what it was, and therefore something went wrong. So Osric is of two minds about his recent past. And because of that, when the group splits up and he eventually loses the stone, he doesn't remember where the stone went. He doesn't remember that there even was a stone. He doesn't remember exactly what happened to the unlucky die. He just goes back to it and finds it in ruins. Maybe a couple weeks or a month even after the battle with Xanathar. You just find, like on a rainy, muddy day, he just goes to it. And it's like coming home to find your house is burned down. And in the intervening time, he was just wandering, just like kind of like living as a gutter rat. And the only thing that he really had to grasp onto and keep his mind together was his little leather-bound, dog-eared notebook, which he uses as a spell book. It's really not befitting of a true wizard, he's kind of cobbled together this magic through his own scrappy studies and this need to survive, this need to adapt to this dangerous magical world and the quest that he was thrust into in Dragon Heist. You know, he had a lot to prove when he was young, because of what happened in his younger days. And he's already pretty young. He's only like 22 years old, which is really young for a halfling. They can live to be, you know, like 11-1 or older. So he's got a lot of learning to do still. But when he gets back to the unlucky die, he just sees that it's just been kind of shattered, and he starts this little investigation, trying to find out what the fuck happened. And he remembers voices and faces, friends that he might have had, finds evidence in the rubble that was never really cleared out. You know, the place used to be abandoned anyway. It was the Troll Skull Manor before we took it over. And so he goes in and finds like certain pieces of evidence of Tabaxi that lived there at one point. Apparently he used to live up in the tallest balcony. And Osric found fur, found a bunch of like little rat skeletons. He also found like little drill hole marks in the walls, and that eventually led him down into the sewers, where he found the old were-rat place. And then he started talking to some of the denizens of the Underdark down there, and really starting to sort of piece things back together. And to make the long story short, because I'm rambling now, he's kind of become a monster hunter, and he wants vengeance against Xanathar. And not just Xanathar, he wants to rid the world of aberrations, evil aberrations. He's slowly growing into this monster killer. So that's kind of the track that Osric is going on. And it will manifest in martial prowess and magical prowess as he continues to gain levels. Anyway, I've said enough. I could talk all day about Osric.
All right. I will say, Ben, now that you've kind of got your character deal out of the way, if you will, if you need to hop out at any point in time, just feel free to.
Yeah, I appreciate it. I'll probably stick around a bit longer and just listen.
All right, no problem.
You guys go ahead.
All right, cool. You know what? Here, I'm gonna do it this way. Let's. I like rolling dice. Loco, you're next.
Okay. Well, I don't know how many people remember. I know the party does. Lionel had a bit of a sordid background. When he was young, around 12 or 13 years old, he basically let his twin sister die by drowning because he got drunk and passed out, and his twin sister fell into a pond and drowned. And he has never been able to get over this fact, and he has blamed himself. As a matter of fact, he's gotten almost a suicidal tendency, almost a death wish. His biggest phrase is the one that was asked to be quoted earlier: "It is a good day to die." He is not afraid of death, never has been since this horrible moment in his life. While the last 3 levels, Lionel went back home to his homeland, and where he tried to appease his family, try to get back in their good graces, only to find out that much of his clan had either left or had died. There was some of his younger sisters from later litters that married and had children of their own. He understands that there is a cousin, if you will, a couple times removed, that is basically following in his footsteps as a ranger. His homeland was the Narabatun jungle of Mastika, where he learned his craft. He is a cunning hunter. He used to be, I won't say used to be, he was a very mellow, quite charming what is he? Tabaxi. He was a Tabaxi. And now I think the party's going to be a little bit surprised at what they see when Lionel comes back into their lives.
Interesting. I can't wait to see. Excuse me. All right. Let's see. There's 3 other people left. So, Abdell.
The simpleton. Okay.
Hey,
Abdell
now.
after the fight would have most likely been a little scared. He's pretty prideful and kind of stupid at the same time. Xanathar is a huge threat in Waterdeep, and I don't think he'd fully grasp the situation even while having the bar half destroyed. Due to the party's kind of separation during the time of the bar being closed and disrupted and destroyed, Abdell would have gone to the Adventurers Guild for however much time has passed since the party split up, gone on adventures, earned coinage, and then would have eventually opened up a wig shop in Waterdeep called Big Brain. And that's where he spends most of his time now. He kind of stopped doing the adventuring thing after opening the said shop because it's taking most of his time.
All right.
I laughed out loud. That big brain. That's
Big
so
brain.
funny.
The Big Brain.
It's right next to the haberdashery.
Yeah.
It's like this horrible rivalry between the 2 shops.
Yeah.
Abdel's like, we only sell hats.
We only sell wigs, not hats. There's a big difference.
All right, Jeff, pick high or low?
Low.
Roll the 1, so have at it.
Well, after the attack on the unlucky die, Gamera would have realized that it was necessary to go into hiding, so he would have gone to the double check the name. Yeah, the Helms Hall Orphanage. To, begin working sort of under a pseudo identity, not too far away from, his original purpose. That's where he's been up until today. And he is partially responsible for Inquisitor Enoth coming into the current game. I can't really elaborate on that because I haven't had time to in the current game. Might talk about that at some point, but all told, there really hasn't been a lot. No elaborate backstories like a wig shop or anything crazy. But if he received the call to return, he would gladly.
Very well. All right, now to roll again.
I pick low.
Well, it was high, but you still win. Yay!
I was going to say, all right, back to Osric.
You still win.
Cool. So, Grey Axe, shortly after the incident with the unlucky die, kind of left Waterdeep for a time being. He ventured into the north, traveling about, and found himself in the Mere of Dead Men, which, if you're familiar with that, is a place you can easily get lost in, and there's lots of different magical entities within. And while traversing through the Mere, he accidentally stumbled through a planar portal and wound up in a unknown layer of hell, and has been there for 30 days of his time, completing some quests for some minor archdevils and dukes. He finally earned his way back into the material plane. And mind you, 30 days have passed since he left. For him, it had actually been a couple of years back on the material plane. Coming back in, he found himself in the middle of Waterdeep again, and looking around, decided to go and try and visit the unlucky die to see if any repairs had been made or any of his old group had came back and fixed it up and is running it again. And much to his dismay, it was left kind of in a broken state with no one taking care of it. So he stayed around Waterdeep, providing some assistance to the local Druid clans that are outside the city, and praying for some sort of sign, some sort of instance where the group can come back together. He's longing for his good friends, and the memories that he once held dear. That's what Grey Axe has been up to.
Loser.
Yeah.
No, just
Very well. All right.
so 30 days in in hell. Did that 30 days teach him how to use the smite spell or the smite feature?
Did he learn Eldritch Blast?
He did not learn Eldritch Blast, but the 30 days in hell fighting fiends and demons did teach him very quickly how important it was to smite thing.
Well, that is good.
I'm digging it.
That's fair. Well, so all the characters have been off doing their thing in the interim time. Excuse me. After the attack on the tavern, when one day you hear a knock on each of your doors. It's a slight knock, just enough to catch your attention. And you open the door, look outside. You don't see anyone there. You think to yourself, well, that's strange. I may have just been hearing things. But then you look down and you see a sealed, folded piece of parchment laying on the ground before you. You look around again, reach down, pick it up, and the first thing that you notice is the seal matches the seal of the Lords of Waterdeep. It's not very often. No, not Durnan. It's not very often that you see missives with this particular seal on it, but it is hard to miss the seal of the Lords, especially if you spent time within Waterdeep doing things within the city. You open it up, and at first it appears blank, but then you start to see like arcane runes and things start to light up, and they start to lift off of the parchment in front of you and kind of start swirling around. And as this is happening, you start to hear a like a very like a deeper, like echoey type voice, like somebody trying to talk loud to you within a cave, if you catch my drift there. It is from you. What you can only imagine is one of the Lords of Waterdeep. And for those of you that are unaware, there are Lords of Waterdeep, and then there are masked Lords of Waterdeep. So you're not sure which one has sent these missives out to you all. But essentially, it is a summons by the Lords of Waterdeep for a very peculiar quest that they need your services for. One of the neighboring kings that they have very good trade relations and, you know, military agreements with, is in great need of the king is in dire peril and needs help. You all have been sought out one by one, essentially, due to the renown that every one of you had gained previously within the city of Waterdeep. And the missive simply asks, do you agree? And then the arcane magics are still swirling about in front of you. There is no more sound being made. It's as if it's waiting for an answer.
Maybe.
Yes.
Yes.
Very well.
Wait. What am I agreeing to?
Do you agree?
Will you allow the use of cookies?
Do you agree?
Terms of service.
There's been an update to our terms of service.
I've been trying to reach you about your wagon's extended warranty.
Osric, he walks up the stairs from the basement of the Unlucky Die where he's been living. And he just looks around across the wreckage of the first floor, over the burned and ruined bar top, out into the open street to see if there's anybody around. I'm not seeing anyone. He heads back downstairs.
Very well.
I agree.
What happened since I said maybe?
Do you agree?
Maybe.
It's just going to keep asking until you say yes or no.
Si, senor.
Fair enough.
Osric agrees because it's from the Lords of Waterdeep. It's got that unique stamp and sigil. So this is like another game of Mr. Prater's as far as Osric is concerned. And that's another secret goal of Osric's, is he wants to unmask Lord Prater, or at least confront him, because he holds Prater responsible for everything that
happened. Judas.
Murder. You all agree, and suddenly the arcane magics and runes and words kind of start to shift and kind of like envelops back down into the parchment, and then like another set rises out, and you see the names of each of your characters kind of floating before you. You know, Lionel, you'll see your name towards the bottom, obviously, but you'll see the other 4 members of your party, and you know, Gray Axe, you'll see your name towards the bottom, kind of floating in there. But you all get the template there, right? And you just hear anybody that has any slight arcane capabilities or any type of magical capabilities at all really would recognize this is some type of form of like a magic mouth type of spell.
Abdell can cast spells, so does that mean he's arcane?
Close enough. The voice kind of changes a little bit and says, "Very well. Genmer, Grayax, Abdell, Osric, and Lionel, you are hereby summoned to meet with the king to discuss to discuss any further information. That being said, I can at least slightly inform you as to what is going on. Any other information you'll have to gather from him yourself." And you kind of hear the voice fading out, and you hear like another one fading in, a completely different voice. This one's like a little more regal. Sounds, you can detect like hints of panic and despair and desperation in his voice. It's like, "I require your assistance on a very discretionary matter. Hence, the arcane manner of finding you all. My dear cousin, Berard, has been convalescing at the Willowbrook Sanitarium for the last year, but has not been heard from in 3 months. Our attempts to learn his status by means of divination have failed, likely due to the protective wards cast over to the facility to safeguard the identities of its inhabitants from prying eyes. Teleportation to anywhere within the compound has also failed, which has left me no choice but to send these magical missives. Followed later still by a knight and his entourage of guards. We have sent several parties there to attempt to find out what has happened to my dear cousin. Neither has returned, nor are we able to communicate with them or find them or scry on them. I must have the Duke returned to court immediately if he is in danger. If you are hearing this, then you have already agreed. And at the end of this message, this parchment will turn into a map pinpointing the location to where we will meet to further discuss." And then all of the arcane magics that's fluttering about all fades, and you just see like a very, very rich blackish blue ink kind of start to fill out on the parchment into a map that leads you to where you're supposed to meet with the king. And you can see it also has an arrow pointing to the edge of the map that says "to Willowbrook Sanitarium." And that right there is where we will pick up the beginning of our Halloween one-shot with the original Dragon Heist characters.
Wow.
Yay.
Nice.
I didn't want to go too far into it.
Yeah.
Because basically that's where you're going to start. You start talking with the king and gather some information, and then you head there. So, woohoo!
I think as the names float up into the air and shows the names of Lionel, Genmer, and Greyax, and Abdell, and then Osric. I think Osric just quietly reads them, whispers to himself, "Mr. Praetor."
Mm-hmm.
I knew it.
And he starts like grabbing his knives and shit, kidding himself up.
I knew it. But yeah, that basically is where we're gonna pick up. We probably could go a little bit further, but I don't want to really start diving into the module part itself. This was basically just a quicker, get the ball rolling type of thing. As far as the introduction and everything, getting it going. But yeah, guys, feel free to talk about characters and whatever else you want to chat about here for a little bit.
Do you have a plan? Sorry, go ahead.
I feel like if Osric was looking for party members, Abdell would probably be the easiest to find because he's still in Waterdeep.
I think Osric probably has not found you. He's probably been living in. So well, we have a timeline issue because Sam has imposed this multiple year gap. So that does change things slightly. I think Osric would have found you within a number of years. He didn't leave Waterdeep. So this does make things more interesting. I think that he eventually would have found Abdell and probably would have found Genmer, because Osric would have gone to visit Temples of Torm, if for no other reason than just to pray. Because he's, in a world where every deity is absolutely real, how do you pick one? And Osric is, Osric is the kind of guy who is like, why not pick all of them? So he's interested in studying and learning about them. Maybe not becoming faithful enough to cast spells and be a devout cleric of one particular god. And that's probably what's holding him back. Is like, how can you pick one when they're all so good? Like Torm, Helm, the Tiamat, like so many good and wholesome gods,
Such a good person.
But I'm sure Osric would have gone to Temples of Torm, and if he didn't run into Genmer, it would have been an evil miracle.
So at this point, would Osric know Zosa?
I'm calling that an alternate timeline. I don't want to get that far into the weeds, because the character I have built for Osric in the Yawning Portal series is not the same character I've built for Osric here. In this one, I'm sticking more true to form to the Dragon Heist storyline, rather than because I'm building Osric for the difficulties of Yawning Portal. On the Yawning Portal side, that's a much harder campaign, and I'm pushing him a much more arcane route, so he can be a good, strong arcane caster in addition to being an arcane trickster. But for this one, I'm picking his progression in a much more story-driven manner. So I gave him 3 levels of ranger, and he's a monster hunter ranger, and he's going to specialize in taking down aberrations like Xanathar.
Thank you for the sub, Kinsey.
So say it. Sorry, go ahead.
Minnie. Thank you for the sub. Long time no see. Anyway, carry on.
So as far as that goes, I mean, like, honestly, I still have the option, because I haven't brought Osric in officially on the Yawning Portal side.
Mm-hmm.
So,
well, if the Yawning Portal happens,
I think it's a good question.
Before, in between the events of Dragon Heist and the events at the sanitarium, you could easily say that, you know, after not becoming involved in that, he goes and searches for everybody.
I think the best answer to the question is we'll have to wait and see if Osric dies at the end of the one shot. If he dies, then this probably happened. It probably was in an alternate timeline. If he lives, then we could squeeze it in and make it so that it happened like right before Osric met Zosa, and then that would make Osric a richer character in the Yawning Portal series. And of course, you guys could bring your characters to Yawning Portal too. We just make this a big crossover event.
Crossover.
But I think that's a really cool question. I think it's really fun to think about. I'm not prepared to answer the question yet, but I love the idea. Because Osric would be like, I'm going to go get my other friend Zosa. She is a fucking ass kicker. You know what I mean? But they're not even really that close of friends yet. Like Zosa tried to recruit Osric, and then it didn't work out because Osric got the chicken shits and he ran away, or he was being hunted by gazers that very night, so he got chased out of the area.
I like the gazer idea.
We'll just retcon
Me too.
the whole the whole hotel room situation where he seemingly got sucked out of the window, and we'll retcon that, and we'll make that the moment that he received the map and the invitation to the sanitarium. And that
and honestly, like, there's no way for you guys to know that they didn't both happen at the same time. Like, what if he got that message, and then, like, as he was contemplating what in the world this means, then the door busts in, or the window busts in.
Oh yeah,
fly in. You know, he didn't have time to leave a note, much less hardly defend himself. He just, like, I imagine he would have just dived in between them, out the window, landed on his ass, and then scampered off.
He fell into a pretty large mud puddle.
Or he did the. That sounds like Osric, or he did the Assassin's Creed thing and he landed in a hay bale with 0 fall damage.
Yeah, but like Osric isn't that cool.
He's totally not that cool.
He would have just facepalm.
He would have busted his coccyx. He would have been covered in mud, and he would have limped away or rolled into a barrel and just almost drowned.
The gazers just look at each other like,
doesn't know how to swim. He's just sitting in a barrel.
The gazers are like, okay, he's dead. Let's get out of here. Let's go have a beer.
That was easy.
Let's go have a big gazer party.
Yeah, speaking of gazers, everyone roll initiative. No,
I got advantage on that now.
You do?
I kind of like that idea, Torrent. I keep calling you Torrent because your name is Torrent in the list here.
I'll fix it.
No,
Torrent, because you're just such a raging alcoholic.
Change your name because I'm an idiot. I really like the direction Loco is taking. I presume it's going to be a little darker, and I was joking about Death Cleric, but like that really does seem like a really great but very dark turn for Lionel.
Straight arrow.
I don't know if that's where I'm not asking you to reveal it today, but that I have my mind reels at the thought, all the different angles you could go.
He's not telling you to say it, but he's just putting you on the spot anyways.
Right. Don't tell me, but give us a hint, right?
Well, the hint was cleric, right?
No, not from me. It was from you. I never said that.
At the beginning of the session, you said he was a cleric.
Oh, I misspoke then. Sorry. You knew what he was. He was a ranger.
Spoiler.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, he's a ranger.
I was looking at the wrong word on my.
Yeah, I'm sure he is.
Oh.
Shut up, Sharkbait. I'm really glad to see that you picked up that 1 level wizard dip.
I did not.
Oh, come on with this crap, Abdell.
He just
you
could
got it in
cast
you.
spells before. It's just he never did.
I spent 3 years trying to tutor you on how to read common.
Well, it's funny because Abdell's a lot more proper now with running an establishment.
Oh,
he doesn't walk around half naked anymore.
See, I feel like if
party,
Osric,
man.
if Osric knew you had a store, Osric would be there working for you.
Well,
He would
I
be
imagine
tending
Little
to.
Leaf probably is helping Abdell at the shop because where is he going to go?
Dead.
Dead?
No,
Little Leaf died.
It's a very important unanswered question about not just Little Leaf, but also Big Leaf.
Yeah,
Big Leaf
the
was
ghost
a
of Big
ghost.
Leaf.
He's probably
put
still
Osric-
there.
I put Osric in the basement to live there, and he's just kind of like, the ghost doesn't really talk anymore, but Osric knows that ghost is there. And every time there's like a little movement of the building, or like a little rock falls or a piece of glass breaks, Osric runs up the stairs and he's like, Leaf, oh, please come out, Leaf. I need to talk to you. I need to talk to somebody. It's like he's alone and lost. And this building, this shitty building, is all he's got left. He doesn't even have the stone anymore. He doesn't have any money. Like
It's
they're
not shitty, it's just character.
Oh, the character is hollowness. I'm really picturing like a decrepit ruin. It's like Xanathar burned that building to the ground as a lesson to the entire North Ward. Don't fuck with Xanathar.
Basically how we found it, pretty much.
Yeah, it's this horrific scene.
Ruin.
It's this horrific scene, like this burning building in the middle of the rain. Nobody goes near it. No one's cleaned it up. It goes back to being what it was before.
Really?
Except now it's worse.
That whole neighborhood's kind of a mess. Remember the parade bombing that happened just outside? Yeah.
Yeah, it's like in the North Ward.
Just a bad neighborhood now.
Yeah, that alley there is like a blight spot in the middle of one of the richest districts in Waterdeep. The North Ward is very well to do. Yeah, actually, I'd say it's like upper middle class. It's not like the richest, but it's very large in size and population. So
it has a modest,
It has a lot of political power because of the amount of people. Even if they don't vote per se, like there's a lot of political will captured in the populace there, and they're all like these well-to-do middle class types. If you read some of the Waterdeep books, it talks about like every morning it's like the North Ward has like its own heartbeat, where the rich people leave to go work their government jobs and stuff, and then a bunch of like carts and carriages roll up in the morning hours, and people in blue robes come out. They're all like the tutors and babysitters and housekeepers and stuff coming from the poor sections of town to the south. And this happens every day, and then it rotates out and they leave again. I think it's really cool, and it like represents this hustle and bustle of like upper tier middle class life. And our pub was right in the middle of all that, but also just to the south, like the very next street, it was like this seedy, rundown tavern across the street from it, and it, like access to the sewers, and the were-rats were there. And then there was like mind flayers living in just underneath the surface of that upper class, middle class neighborhood. I just love that dichotomy.
Well, not to mention the bar that was next to us, that was competition, hired the were-rats.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. There's so many.
Ended up being the helpers that helped the bar in the beginning part of the book. I think they were halflings.
Yeah, that's right. They were your kids.
No, they were not. You guys just forced it onto him.
They were your kids.
They were your
not.
children.
We killed them.
You killed your own children.
We went back and killed them.
You're a kinslayer.
We went back and killed them for Lionel because I think that really affected his whole pride thing.
I did. Probably. Maybe.
I'm really fascinated by Sam too. I love the idea of you just getting sucked into hell. Did you just like did Lord Grayax just go and do like the Descent into Avernus campaign and then come back like a week, like 3 or 4 years later and hasn't aged a day?
I mean, kinda.
That's really cool.
Yeah, he found himself. That's for
Matter
sure.
of fact, Grayax was one of the people affected by the stone, right? If I'm not mistaken.
He was.
I think he forgot everything about it.
Yeah. That's part of Osric's. That's part of what Osric gets to like he copied notes down all the time, specifically because he witnessed that memory loss issue happen to Grey Axe. So when it happens to Osric, eventually he finds these notes and he's like, well, what the fuck? I have lost time. There is something funny going on with my mind. And it helps him like put together all these little pieces. So he's like dancing around the stone, but he can figure out what happened like in other ways.
Interesting.
He doesn't know, but he has an idea because of all the notes that he took. Which, again, is just like this crappy, dirty leather book that he uses as combination spell book, cookbook, personal journal, scratch notepad.
Question that I want to know for Osric: are you still wearing the stilts?
Absolutely, yes. He still has the stilts and the nimble right detector.
Okay.
He has some other little trinkets and doodads. But the real question would be about, as 9th level characters, do we get any any afforded magical items?
And a feat would be nice.
Yeah, like a blood axe.
No,
we didn't get a start with feet.
Yeah,
no, we did not.
No, we didn't with Praetor. DM
Well, I mean,
Praetor.
you have the option of a feat at level 8.
We did. And I bet none of us took one.
I did.
Oh. Fancy.
I took 1 level of rogue so I could be a 4th level arcane trickster and then get 1 feat. And then I took 3 levels of ranger for thematic sake, so he can become a monster hunter.
Abdell is just all muscle.
Muscle was
I have tough is what I took, so I could tank a little better.
Cool. Dude, as a paladin, you are riding high, my friend. Paladins are one of the strongest classes in the game. They're so fun, too.
And he finally learned how to smite.
And you have a feature now that, I guess you only get that feature at 9th level. It's called Smite Evil or something like that, or Divine Smite. I don't know, something like that. But it finally comes online at level 9.
Or at least on your radar it does.
Yeah.
Yep. No, what's actually nice is my aura of warding. We take resisted damage from any and all spell effects.
Nice.
That would have helped during the Xanathar fight.
It's uniquely suited to fight Xanathar.
That it is.
Too bad we're not fighting Xanathar.
Who knows if we are?
Just wait.
I was going to say, that might not be out of the picture.
You never
There's
know.
always,
He
if we
might
don't
be
fight
the
him-
one orchestrating the events of everything that's happening right now.
If we don't fight him now, we might fight him. We might pick this up again some other time and fight him again.
And then everybody dies.
If there's one thing I
Everybody.
love about Dragon Heist, it's all the chances for intrigue. There's nothing more fun to me than the city. All the different people you can meet, all the competing factions and desires. We're all chess pieces in a game, you know. I love it.
We're all players in a play until the stage director falls off and dies.
Let me
Why do you keep bringing that up? Damn
It's
it.
just such a memorable moment.
I don't remember a thing about it.
And then I immediately puked on a guard afterwards.
I'll never be able to forget that.
That part.
puke on those fucking gods.
It was such a
It was so Alex.
disappointing.
It was so Abdell. Just decided to puke on him. Knocked one out completely and puked on his unconscious body.
Just
And then-
armbar.
And then Gedmare made it stink more like a throw up with prestidigitation.
He just armbarred him into the movie theater or carpet and then threw
And
up
then
on him.
seemingly, while we did this in the main lobby and everybody watched us, we then ran out the front door and came out to the back door to go underneath the play and finish the story as we know it.
Yeah.
Good times.
Good times. We're also two very noticeable people. A 7'6" Goliath and an elf that is clearly representing Torm in the lobby doing that.
You blend in, kind of.
Yeah, sure we do.
I mean, you're just like 3 foot taller than everybody else, but you know.
Knocking out guards and throwing up on them.
Yeah.
Maybe that'll be one of the specials at the wig shop.
Maybe they should have let you play the princess.
Mm-hmm.
No, it was the prince. It was an all-female lead, right? And
Oh yeah,
I
that's
think they
right.
were sexist to males, so they just didn't let any males participate in the play.
God, that was so.
They had just let you participate, and that.
And I'm pretty
wouldn't
sure
happen.
the main actress did really bad, and that's what caused Osric to do the message spell.
Yeah, I think it is.
And
I
then
think
the
it
lead
is.
actor ended up dying because she fell off the stage.
No, it wasn't the lead actor. It was the
It was
stage.
that-
It was the person directing it.
It was
Who
a
was
total
also
accident.
the lead actor.
I don't think it was.
She was. Because she was pissed off at the other people on stage.
To be fair, that was just Duff getting mad at Ben for doing it, so he just made him deal with the consequences.
It was her own hubris that did her in. All I did was give it a little push. To her ego. To her ego. Not like a literal push.
Oh, speaking of which, what would have happened with Lionel's relationship with the Fae? Because for a while, he had like a girlfriend fairy from the Feywild.
It's a good question. Yeah, I don't think he would have ever pursued it.
That's fair. Because I think that's where we got our special ale from, right?
Yep. Yep.
It was, yeah.
Can you imagine the delivery guys? Like the magical ale. The magical ale only gets delivered like once a month, right? So
Yeah, but they gave a lot during that one interval of giving us the ale.
the month after the unlucky die falls, those delivery guys show up with a barrel of magical ale, and they just see these smoldering ruins, and they're like,
Oh.
"You want to drink this? Yeah, let's go." They just like hide in an alley and get drunk off magical ale.
They stand around drinking. Yep.
Torm joins them, finds himself. I won't tell anybody if you give me some.
Did you guys deliver that magical ale up to the North Ward? Yep.
Technically, yeah.
Yeah, they
Sure
canceled. By the way, they don't want anymore. They canceled their.
Yeah,
Their
it's been plummeting. Their sales just haven't been doing too well.
That tavern is a piece of shit, by the way. It's just like this hole in the ground.
I think they're trying to copy the Yawning Portal, honestly.
Yeah,
Probably got copyrighted.
I guess you could say the beauty of that tavern is in the eye of the beholder. And they
Shut
just
up,
like look
you.
at each other. They just look at each other and they look at the camera and just point and laugh.
You can stop it now. You can leave.
Yeah. I'm getting punchy.
Yeah.
So I never heard a yay or nay on the magic item.
Yeah. Yeah, Bash.
I'm looking at a comment.
You're right on the
so-
spot. Say it on stream if you're going to give us some or not. Putting you right in the spot.
Hello.
Helps if I unmute my mic.
Give us a rarity
Oh.
that we can go with.
That would help.
Well, if you're just gonna put me on the spot like that, well, I'm DM. No magic item trees.
So now you seem like a douche.
Huh? Well,
Wait, he said no magic item for you, Alex.
No, he said for Loco. He was the one who put him
No,
on the
that's not what he
spot.
said.
I didn't put him on the spot. You were the one.
You sure did. No,
harassed.
I
Yeah,
didn't do
Alex.
anything.
Alex, you were putting him on the spot, and then Bashman said,
Listen,
"All right,
if we all
you're gonna
fall,
put
we
me
all
on the
fall
spot, no
together."
magic item for you."
You know, listen, I'll just buy one for my earnings from the wig shop.
Oh, you mean your 1 to 2 gold pieces per week income? What are you gonna buy? A cape
Probably.
of pillow?
I mean, yeah. I'll probably buy some assless chaps too.
Oh,
Hell yeah, brother.
no, the water deep taxes have increased due to recent events.
Yes.
Yeah, inflation is not transitory in Waterdeep.
Yeah.
Damn.
Meanwhile, the price of Electrum is reaching all-time highs.
Yeah. We have a shift in the hierarchy of gold coins to Electrum. Electrum now beats gold. Or even platinum.
Yeah. For some reason, recently there's been a huge influx of Electrum into the economy. Nobody quite knows where or why, but
You know what, Jeff? It's your own damn fault.
I'm
Dragon
perfectly
Heist.
fine with it.
Dude, we should call it Dragon Heist 2 Electrum Boogaloo.
Yeah, there you go.
I love that so much.
Yeah, I mean, the more you complain about Electrum, the more I'll keep converting gold treasure into
It
fucking
even
Electrum
goes over
pieces.
to other campaigns too. Sam even gives it us now on Tuesdays.
I know, and it makes me happy. It
Oh my
makes me
God.
so happy.
My playtest is going to be just like a hallway made out of Electrum. You just got to battle like Electrum golems
A sea of Electrum.
all in a
Tidal
row.
wave.
Yes, a tidal wave of Electrum pieces that slowly fills the hall.
I am all for this. Oh, it'll be great. It'll be good times.
No,
So much
absolutely
Electrum.
not.
Now that I think about it, I need to go modify some things in this one-shot module. Change all
Like-
gold to
Like
Electrum.
magic items.
Yeah, you want to do it now so you don't forget about it later.
No. I'm changing all the gold rewards to Electrum.
Just make sure you convert it correctly. We need the money.
So we all get.
Oh, it's very simple. All I have to do is just multiply the number by 2.
Can we get magical weapons that are made from Electrum?
Look, he's still shilling for magic items. Look at him. Look at him.
Look at me.
So we all get very rare. 1 very rare, 2 rare, and a common, right?
No
one
uncommon.
artifact.
No uncommons. We go from very rare straight to common.
Yeah, got to balance it out.
Yeah.
Yeah. You all get your own copy of Wave.
Oh,
Hell
fuck yeah.
Damn, I'm down.
Wait a minute. Isn't that like the worst one?
No,
I thought we determined that
the worst
that was,
one would
like,
be
the
technically
racist one.
Whelm because like none of us could be able to use it.
Wait, Whelm is racist?
No, it's just none of us would be able to use it.
I thought Wave was racist.
Wave's a little racy.
So if we put a bunch of waves in the same room, aren't they all just going
Technically
to
not.
kill each
It's
other?
technically not racist. It's more. It doesn't like certain religions.
Yeah,
If you don't press a
basically, yeah, you basically don't really get to use it for anything other than a fancy pitchfork if you don't worship a sea god.
And you also have to convert other people into believing in said sea god. And if they don't, you have to kill them.
Yep. Otherwise, the item turns on you.
Mm-hmm.
And good
So,
luck.
Sounds like my kind of weapon.
so a bunch of black razors?
Yeah, can I get a black razor?
Yeah, nope.
But I heard him say yeah first.
Yeah, sure.
said,
You
yeah,
can have
no.
Black Razor. You miss with 1 attack, though it devours your soul.
I'm down.
That's a risky click.
It's a +3 weapon. I'll take it.
You're a barbarian. You can't miss.
That's
Oh,
not
Yeah,
yeah,
right, with
yeah, you
everything.
can. Yes, you can.
Savage attacks with the reckless attack thing where you're fighting with advantage and it's +3 weapon.
Oh, yeah, it's still
And-
very easy to miss. You can still roll 2 ones.
And you have the pink wig. You can make it devour the wig instead of your soul.
Let's just do this real quick. What would a 24 hit?
Be at 27 technically, +3.
Yeah. What
Plus, we're gonna be buffing you up with haste and all kinds of other cool stuff.
obviously.
Yeah, and I'll change tough for luck for my feet. So even if you do miss, I'll let you reroll.
Oh yeah, and I'm gonna change Osric to a divination wizard instead of a war mage.
No, I think it's graviturgy allows to replace the.
It's divination.
Divination with portent rolls.
one of those lets you Chronergy lets you just.
Yeah, I was gonna say one of the Matt Mercer ones lets you do it too.
Mm-hmm.
Matt Mercer isn't allowed in this campaign.
Yeah. But yeah, it'll be fun. I'm looking forward to it. It'll be a little different than a like a typical dungeon crawl or anything of that nature. It's more horror infused and
seeing how the group responds to seeing each other.
I do have one potential problem though. I know that you guys tend to play longer on those one-shot nights. I can't do that. So if it doesn't stop around midnight-ish, 12:30, then I would have to jump out early.
It's fine because while we're playing, I personally am going to have to be on my game as far as keeping you all moving along. So there will be a lot of times where you'll see me rolling dice, or like you all will be in the middle of talking and I'll just tell somebody, hey, roll this, roll this save or roll this check or whatever. And
yeah, I'm just anticipating. I'm anticipating a lot of desire amongst us to roleplay stuff.
Yeah,
because we're bringing these characters in that are already so steeped with lore, and they're seeing each other for basically the first time in a long time.
Yeah,
we're gonna have to like juxtapose that with the need to play fast, and I just don't know how it's gonna work out.
Yeah, if it comes down to the point where we finish it up the following week, like I'm perfectly fine with that too. So
yeah, because to me those role play experiences are so valuable. Like that's what people love to watch and see. The combats are fun, but like the role play moments are the memorable ones.
Yeah. Unless
someone dies, the combat is like cool combat. What happens after that?
Yeah, there is combat in this module, obviously, but not nearly as much as we're used to seeing here on Thursday. It'll be a lot of like I said, horror themed story stuff going on and mixed in with your all's role playing.
Sweet. I'm really looking forward to it, man. We have such a good group here. We have such a good dynamic.
Yeah. A lot of shit talking.
A lot of shit talking. Dude, you come for the role. You come for the RPness. You stay for the shit talking.
Yeah, you see. Yes.
My God. I mean, he's not wrong though,
brother.
Don't hate.
Well, now that I know that Sir Enoch
good backstory.
Recruited by Genmare, I feel like Sir Enoch has a secret shame.
No, nothing like that.
Enoch was trained in the art of Torm.
No, you got to figure the gauntlet of Helm is a fist, my guy.
That is true.
I'm picking up what you're putting down, man.
Terrible.
I am too. So anyway, moving on.
I'm smelling what you're stepping in.
Thank you.
Yeah. Oh God.
Let's ruin both his characters now that are religious.
Why do we even play with these guys, Jeff?
Brother, they're picking on me again, brother.
I mean, 99% of the time, like I would be completely fine with jumping in and carrying on this course of dialogue here, but the Twitch gods don't always approve of such things, so because they're weird and fickle and
damn you, Twitch
dumbasses sometimes. So
we're gonna start streaming on OnlyFans, guys. Not.
Yeah. I mean, we
Obviously.
tried. But
we're gonna have a hot tub D&D stream.
Hey,
hot tub D&D stream.
Don't put it past me. Do not put it past me. I will do it, and
fucking go.
Duff will be like, "What the hell's
get
going
in
on?"
the hot tub.
Dad bods
Brother,
and dice.
it's quite steamy in here.
Hell yeah.
The water is quite hot.
Here's another episode of our quarterly DBD session. Dad bods and dice.
Still in the
Add
armor,
mods and dice.
sitting in the hot tub.
300 pounds of pure steel and sex appeal.
Steel and sex appeal. That sounds like a good name for a show.
Jesus. All right. Well, guys, do y'all have anything else you want to kind of, I guess, discuss about your characters or reminisce on? Because otherwise, we might just cut it short because
I think I've cleared everything that I wanted to.
Got everything
Talk about.
character-wise.
I feel like this was. I feel like there's an unanswered question about magic items out there. So.
No. It was answered.
Sure was.
I mean, yeah, for Alex.
Abdell doesn't get any, but like the rest of us.
We all know Abdell.
Listen,
If you want to take a day or two to think about it, feel free. But
Abdell's like a Bill Gates of Waterdeep. He can just buy his own,
sure.
He just walks next door and just hangs out with his buddy.
Zeke,
Doom,
the
doom.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, Zeke, please give me a magic guy. Please, anything.
Zeke's
A
like,
cloak of billowing.
No!
Zeke's like, do you have any hats?
I got wigs.
We don't sell hats, but maybe a wig. I don't know. I can't do his voice.
I can't either.
Yeah, can we work something out? My magical wig that's totally not magical.
Yes, anti-magic zone. Got it.
No,
Anti-brain zone.
No,
An anti-magic zone wig would basically negate you from spells. So I mean,
no, it has to give him resistance to psychic damage, and once per day he can re-roll a wisdom save.
So you want me to be resistant to every damage?
Or an intelligence save. He can re-roll an intelligence save. And as long as he's wearing it, he has proficiency in intelligence saves.
No, that's fine. Yeah, we can do that. But then it becomes a cursed item, and you are now vulnerable to psychic damage.
You are bound to wear it for the rest of your life. You cannot take it off.
it's a bound upon pickup item.
Yeah. It's curse of binding. Can't take it off.
You're welcome, Abdell.
What did you do, little man?
Mm-hmm.
I put super glue on it. Sucker.
Or what's the one glue?
Universal. Or,
the Sovereign glue.
Like
Sovereign
There you
glue.
go.
Yeah,
The Sovereign glue on it. It's glued to your head
be
forever.
Removed with the wish spell.
Or
If you want to remove,
universal
we're gonna have to
solvent or
stealth
whatever.
you, big guy.
Good times. I can't wait.
We need to get. I need to get that picture of Abdell and just draw the wig in for you.
Yeah.
It's the same picture of Abdell, but you're gonna have the pink wig on. It's gonna look like.
It's gonna be like MS Paint. It's gonna be really scuffed.
No, I'm
Yeah.
gonna make it look great. I can do it. I can do the artwork, or we can see if Mandy wants to do it. Either way, we're gonna make it look professional. You're gonna look like an 18th century court judge, but also like the world's most awesome bodybuilder.
Look like on Pirates of the Caribbean, but the hair's pink instead.
Yes,
Like a
yes.
buff ass George Washington or something.
Like your father.
Yes.
Yeah, dude, this felt like an amazing clip show. You know how some shows back in like the 90s and early 2000s, like Stargate, they would have like a clip show where all they did was talk about like previous episodes and just reminisce.
Mhm.
And then they would show like a 10-minute clip from a previous episode. So they just did them as like fillers so they could just pad out the rest of the season. I feel like that's what that was.
Yeah, good times. But if anybody has anything else they want to discuss or plug or whatever, I can go ahead and start doing the
I do have a plug that was mentioned to me on Tuesday. It's not my own personal one, but Mallory, who plays Leah on our Tuesday games, is doing a charity stream.
Oh, that's right.
24-hour charity stream too.
Yeah, 24-hour charity stream on November 5th, starting at 8 a.m. Central Time over on her Twitch channel.
Which is
I just put it in chat.
twitch.tv/abnormality.
Yep.
Mallory, sorry.
They're going to be doing, it's to help raise money for the Trevor Project. And And during the stream, there's going to be a whole bunch of like incentives, like bean boozles, pies in the face, her roommate cooking her like nasty, weird food combinations and making her eat them. And so should be real fun. And that's once again November 5th at 8 a.m. over on her Twitch channel.
They should do the drow mushroom dish that looks like buttholes
Oh God.
from the cookbook. They should do one of those.
Yeah, but I think it's supposed to be food that is completely gross to eat.
Gross.
Not just looks bad.
I don't know. That might be like a visual kind of like, it might just ruin the taste from the visual of it.
I don't know.
I don't know.
I've ate some pretty nasty shit before that didn't look horribly bad. So
yeah, it was called an MRE.
Yeah, it was called chow hall. Like, how the fuck do you mess up spaghetti? But anyway, that's beside the point. So yeah. Let me. I am prepared. Of course I am. No, I'm not. Pull up the.
Is anybody prepared on the channel?
No.
What the hell is what is preparation?
Preparation H.
Preparation comes with not being a reject, and we're all rejects.
See, exactly. I'm just following the meta here.
The meta.
Yeah. Is it the schedule script? There it is. All right, cool. yeah, everything got moved around. Cool. We currently have 6 nights of programming each week, which can be found here on our Twitch and our YouTube channels. Praetor's Rejects community streaming schedule can be found on our website, www.praetorsrejects.com. We do have some new and upcoming shows on Wednesdays over on our YouTube, starting at 7 Central. We have the latest iteration of the Lost Mines of Phandelver with Lord Praetor himself, Duff 563 as the DM, and that is all the players are like Twitch artists, like mini painters, like of very different, like I guess artistic philosophies, if you will. He's calling it the Artist Conclave campaign. It's very interesting. It's hilarious to watch. It's always good times to watch that. Again, that is on Wednesdays on our YouTube channel, starting at 7 Central, and starting November 5th, which is coming up very soon. We have Out in the Black, Serenity RPG campaign starting. That is also on our YouTube channel. That will start at 8 Central on Fridays. That is with DM Mech 45, who previously was running the Sanguine Isles games. And yeah, that one's gonna be different. I'm looking forward to that one. Non-stream shows, we have Savage Worlds East Texas University still going long and strong, with DM Eric B. That is pre-recorded, edited, and uploaded in parts on our YouTube channel, and premiering November 2nd, where all your favorite podcasts can be found. We have Rhyme of the Frostmating with our one and only DM Loco, who plays all the characters that he plays. I'm looking forward to that one too. Let's see. That is what this Sunday, right, Sam? The Rick and Morty game?
Maybe. I'm still looking for 2 people to be able to run the game. So
there you go.
Slots are open for everybody. You don't even have to be a subscriber. Just hit me up in the PMs in the Discord and we'll get you down on it.
Very well. Yes. Sunday at roughly 5 Central.
Yeah.
Oh man, I can't do it.
So yeah, link your Discord and your Twitch accounts together, and you can stay up to date with everything we have going on. As slightly mentioned earlier, we have sponsors for the channel. First and foremost, we have our friends over at Total Party Kill Games. They're the creators of dark fantasy Dungeons and Dragons compatible products, plus hilarious card games and more. You can find them at www.totalpartykill.games to check out their latest releases of products and books. They have sponsored the Thursday campaign before, and it's been a lot of fun. And they're also sponsoring the Halloween episode because Bleak Harvest is one of their adventures. And I can't wait. We also have the Druid's Den, your place for magical supplies and apothecary needs. The website is www.thedruidsden.com. Come support Mama Prater's newest endeavor. She has to put up with Duff all the time. Go help her out. Give her a break. We all need a break from Duff from time to time. Yes, a true saint. A true saint. Anyway, that being said, if nobody else has anything, I'll hit the outro and we'll say goodbye to everybody, and hopefully we'll see everyone on Saturday. I believe Slave Lords is still going on Saturday, as far as I know. Anyway,
so as far as I know, I think it is. So.
I believe so. Yeah, check out Saturday our Slave Lords campaign. That'll be fun. I believe it starts at 9 Central, if I remember correctly. Not entirely sure.
Sounds right.
Yeah, I think so. But yeah, that being said, guys, it's been fun reminiscing back on the Dragon Heist stuff. Looking forward to all the craziness next week. And yeah, I can't wait. It'll be fun. That being said, I'm going to go ahead and hit the outro now, and we'll see everybody later.
Goodbye, y'all. Have a good week.
Bye.
Not everybody.
Be safe, everyone.